Hi, I'm Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and today I have something different. I wanted to show you. A few years ago, when they had started making the necklines so big on t-shirts and shirts and blouses and tops of all kinds, and being I was an elderly gal, I didn't like those, and I tried to find something to wear, and I had trouble, which a lot of us older gals do. So I went to the fabric store and I bought some fabric. And I came home and I had a pattern that I used to make with, but it didn't just fit the best way, so I adjusted it and got it fitting pretty good. So now I make most of my tops from that same pattern. Change the fabric, of course, and change the necklines and put short sleeves on them and long sleeves. And so this one I just finished making. I made a round neck and just put a slit down this. I think this is about 4 inches. Put a facing in here with some stretch interfacing. So that gives me a nice, neat look there. Then take a binding, and with the stretch fabric, I just cut a straight piece. If I'm making a top with a woven fabric, I'll cut it on the bias. I measure my neckline and say that's 10 inches. So that would be 20 inches I would need of this binding to go around. I will make it about 1.5 inches shorter than the 20 inches. So say 18.5 inches. And then I just I'll the center mark at the back, and then here I will put a pin in it, here and here, and then just stretch it out so that this goes in, and then it fits neat around the neck. And with this one, I was afraid that it was going to either be inside or outside or just, kind of sloppy. So I put a little piece of black round elastic and a couple of buttons. Oops. Well, it should fit in better than that. Anyway, my fingernails are not very good. There. And that holds it together, and it's a little bit of a design there. So that's one neckline I made with these. And I have long sleeves, I think I said that. This is the same pattern. I made a V-neck, did the same with a binding. So to get a nice neat V here, I bring it down. I've got a little trim to do that, and just sewed it on an angle. And that came out pretty nice. And for this one, I only had enough fabric to make the body of the shirt, but I wanted a sleeve, so I took a little bit of fabric that I had and put it with a black sleeve. I cut my pattern of my sleeve open and just inserted this instead. Put some binding around the sleeve. So that's another top. This is one. There's long sleeves. I cut this on an angle so it sits more like that. And this one stays pretty well, neat, And this has a long sleeve. This is another one that I made. This is a woven fabric I made a little ruffle to go around the neck, made a V-neck ruffle, put a little bow there of a short sleeve. Now this one, I use a different pattern. This is basically the same pattern, only it's a little larger because there's no movement, no stretch to it, and the sleeve has to be a little bigger as well. So it doesn't take me very long to sew them up because the same pattern, and actually I have made my pattern on freezer paper. So instead of having to pin it on, I just press it on the fabric and then I can cut it out. So it's easy that way. That's the way I do a lot of my doll patterns as well. It's it's easy to cut around them. And now this is just a plain round neck. And then this one, my granddaughter and I had a little bit of a contest. We were going to go to a thrift store and see what we could redo over for something to do. And before I ever got to the thrift store, was over at Giant Tiger, and they had a rack of clothes out on the side of the street. So I was looking at them and I came across this dress. It was a dress and they had it on for $3. And I thought, oh, that'll make a nice top. But then when I got looking at it, there was the back seam didn't match up. It was a little off. And I thought, oh, well, when I'd bought it and I brought it home. So I thought, do I cut it open and then make it that way? But no, it was just a straight 3XL dress, so I had lots of fabric. So I cut it off under the arms, put a binding casing around the top of it, put some elastic in it, and I had a skirt. I didn't even have to hem it because it was already hemmed. So that I had nothing really to wear with it. So I had some black knit around here. So I thought I'll make a top out of that, which I did. And then I bound the neck, made sort of a shaped neck, put some binding on it in the sleeves. Now I have a two-piece dress for $3. I thought I was doing pretty well. Now my granddaughter hasn't did hers yet, so I don't know. Anyway, I've had fun doing these things. If you have any questions, email me at dollfashion77@gmail.com. I'll leave that link below. Be sure and give me a thumbs up, share, comment, and be sure and subscribe. And I appreciate all my subscribers. And thank you very much for watching. Bye now.